Oh, what's up? We live. Let's do the countdown. Oh, dang. Y'all didn't hear the music all that time. It was just silent. Y'all done messed up the whole intro, but I'm here. I done messed up the whole intro. Child, I was live and I was on camera. Ain't know I was on camera. I didn't mess up the whole intro, but we here. We in here. I thought the music was playing. My bad. I was playing music, Abby, but clearly nobody heard it but me. My bad, y'all. But thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. What's up, Ebs? Hey, Gina Bina. What's up, Star? Hey, Lock Queen. What's up, Star? Hey, Taurus. Hey, Xavier. What's up, Fran? Hey, what's up, Virgin Love? Sorry about that, y'all. I just listen. I'm late coming in. I done messed up the intro. But we here. We are here. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great week. It is Friday. Child, we done made it through. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, darling. Thank you much. We done made it through another week, honey, and we are here. Let me share this thing out because I don't know if the notification went to everybody, child. Y'all know how YouTube do. The notification go to some people, it don't go to everybody. What's up, Fruit Punch? Hey, what's up, Miss Sharon? So how's everybody doing? We're going to get into some things. First of all, before we get into anything, y'all know I absolutely have to give a special rest in power to Sidney Poitier. We know he passed today. Actually, he passed last night. It was confirmed and reported today. He was 94 years old, lived a full life. Like, I was like, listen, we ain't recovered from Betty yet, okay? But it's a different kind of loss with Sidney Poitier. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you. This is Afrique by Juvia's Place. Oh, that's upside down. This is Afrique by Juvia's Place. So yes. Now, first of all, y'all know how much I love Heat of the Night, but I love the TV show because I love the original, the movie Heat of the Night. I implore you all, especially my younger subscribers and people in the chat, I implore you all, please go and go watch an older Sidney Poitier movie. You know, Lilies of the Field, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, To Sir with Love, Porgy and Bess. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Please, you guys, if y'all don't do anything else to commemorate him, and then we know that he was also very, very active with the civil rights movement. Him and Harry Belafonte donating money, helping Martin Luther King's organization, bailing him out of jail. They were a part of Freedom Summer. I know Harry Belafonte would let people use his plane. You know, people act like private planes are something new. Private planes ain't nothing new, baby. People have been having private planes for as long as people could afford a private plane, okay? And so he would loan his plane so that people could, you know, get people around and things like that. So please, well, I'm talking about Harry Belafonte, but Sidney Poitier was there as well. So my memory, I remember being younger, my grandmother, my father's mother, who we ain't had the closest relationship, but something that we did do that belonged to us. She used to live with us. And back in the day when, you know, we had VCRs, y'all remember VCRs? And we had, you know, Blockbuster and Arrow's rental car clubs and all of that. And I remember on the weekends we would go, you know, usually on a Friday night, my mom would take us to, we'd go to I think we had a membership at Arrow's, and we had a membership at this little place near our neighborhood, like around the way. And we would rent movies from there. And I remember my grandmother would always get these black and white movies, and I would watch them with her. And that's when I watched a lot of these older, you know, black and white movies. And I knew who Sidney Poitier was, but I hadn't seen any of his like older stuff. And that's when I saw a lot of these older movies. So please, y'all, yeah, listen, James Earl Jones and Harry Belafonte are both in their 90s. So Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is your favorite? Yeah, I definitely. Well, y'all know my favorite is The Heat of the Night, child. When he was like, when he slapped that white man, that man slapped him and he slapped him back. I was here for it. Okay. What's up, Tracy? For Love of Ivy. You know what? I don't know if I've ever seen For Love of Ivy. If I have, I saw it a long time ago and I don't necessarily remember it. So I can't say I saw it. But that is definitely one of the ones that's that people have took. So maybe that's the one I watched this weekend. Is I have to find it, For the Love of Ivy. And that's the thing now with streaming services and things like that. Hey, so Jeff, it's so easy to find these movies now. They're so readily available. So all right, you guys. So that is what it is. That's what's going on. So I definitely had to start off with that and definitely give him. Y'all keep an eye on Oprah, honey. Y'all know Oprah love her some Sidney Poitier, baby. I know Oprah is probably inconsolable right now, child. Oprah is probably her and Gail. Okay, Gail probably had to fly out there, you know, to go be with Oprah. Okay. But yeah, first black man to win an Oscar award. We know he got an honorary one in 2002, but he also won one for Lilies of the Field. Was it Lilies of the Field? Yeah, Lilies of the Field. All right. So there's that. So yes, please go this weekend. Make it your business to spend a couple of hours with the legend, the late, great Sidney Poitier. May he rest in power. Okay. I hate to transition to the bull hockey, but we got to get into the bull hockey, okay? My intention yesterday was I was going to do a live on, I was going to come back after we did Miami, and I was going to do a live breaking down what had happened. Yes, call me Mr. Tibbs, honey. What's up? Don't trip. I said it. I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, boo. They, Lord, I lost my train of thought, y'all. Oh, I was going to do a live going over all the things that went down in Sherelle World's interview with Mary Cosby's uncle. I still may do that so that we can break down because a whole lot was said, and I still may do that a little bit later on. I may do it later on tonight. I don't know. But we're gonna get into it. But in the short term, Mary Cosby, I keep wanting to say Crosby, but it is not an R, it's Cosby. You had the Omarion. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad to see you feeling better, though. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, honey. I saw that. I saw that Nene's ex boo thing doing an interview with Tasha K tonight. So I'm sure we're going to be, we're going to be all talking about that like we was talking about Arion's. But, child. But with that being said, Mary Cosby ain't showed the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. They was filming that yesterday, and yeah, she didn't show up. She ain't come. Suffice to say, that's probably her last act as a housewife because there are a lot of things that they will let you come back from. But not showing up to the reunion, no one has come back from that. At least to my knowledge. To my knowledge. Even Lisa Vanderpump, who they love. They love Lisa Vanderpump. Even Lisa Vanderpump has not recovered. And I'm not saying she wants to come back, because she may not want to come back. But that is just a line that you just don't cross. So her not showing up for the reunion, yeah, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm happy because they was going to rail her. What do you mean rail her? I'm not happy because I feel like she had a lot to answer for him. Well, if that's the case, this is the end of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Why do you say that? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be the end of it. We definitely, they'll lose something. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you about that. They're gonna lose something with Mary Cosby not being a part of the show anymore. They will definitely lose something. But I'll see what they do with the cast for next season, because it'll be a season 3. Because they're already getting ready to start. They're supposed to start filming season 3 in a couple of weeks. Because remember, Jen goes back to court. So they want to be filming when Jen goes back to court. So she's going to be filming in the next, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is going to start filming like in the next 2 weeks. They're going to start filming. So it'll be very interesting. Jen going to jail, Mary done gone. Who are we tuning in for? Now, like I said, it'll be interesting to see who they replace her with. Because they're going to have to find a replacement for her and Jen, child. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays itself out. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. But I feel like Rona going super crazy in Salt Lake City too. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. I feel like they're going to, I feel like they'll find, or at least they'll try to find some people. Again, they've let other franchises hang around. Like, I don't think Dallas ever got great numbers, but they let it hang around for a few years. So I think they'll play around with the lineup for a few years before they just give it an axe. The numbers are okay this season. They're not great, but they're not horrible. So I think they'll at least, what's up, Sweet Pea? I think they'll at least get another season. You done with it, Virgin Love? Oh. Mary was the reason I even started watching, but for me, it doesn't keep my attention. Well, maybe it is the end of it then. Maybe it is the end. In the words of the great New Edition, is this the end, honey? Maybe this is the end then. If it ain't holding y'all's attention, maybe. Do they believe in Rona in Salt Lake City? Child, probably not, child. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, well, maybe you're right, Xavier. Maybe I underestimated the power of Mary Cosby. Maybe I underestimated it. Well, if it's that big of a deal, then maybe they will bring her back, child. I don't know, but I know that is because that is. I mean, there are things that are in their contract, and if people violate them, they sort of let people slide a little bit. But that's one thing that they don't let people slide with that. If you don't make it to the reunion without a really, I mean, it's gotta be life threatening if you don't make it to the reunion, honey. Because my thing is now, what, like, seriously, there are a lot of major storylines that Mary's a part of that she's not there to respond to. You know, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna talk around her, and that's fine too. But like, even like the situation with her and Jenny and the racial comments, like that whole storyline out the window. The situation with her church and with Carlton, or what's the man's name? Is that the boy name? Carl. I always call him Carlton. What's his name? Xavier. I always call that man by the wrong name, and you always give me the right name. Cameron. What that man name? Cameron Carlton. I know it's a C. I know it's a C. Cameron. Okay, I got it right the second time. So Cameron. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all. I just feel like there are a lot of storylines that she's not there to account for. Jen, you're right. You know what? Now that I think about it, y'all probably right. Because there's really no big storyline with Jen, because she ain't gonna be able to say nothing. She gonna be just like Erica. Now, I will give the one thing I will always give Erica Girardi credit for is Erica answered them questions. Now, we might not have liked all of her answers, but Erica stood in the gap. But I feel like Jen Shaw, because she is directly being charged and her court date is coming up very soon, she ain't gonna be able to say nothing about her court case. I mean, the most that she'll be able to talk about are like surface things, like, well, how did you feel when you saw the footage of the ladies talking about you? How did it feel to see, you know, when you were there, and what happened with Sharif and you lied on Sharif? Like, that's all we're gonna have to do. All we're gonna do is recap all of that. And child, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about none of that. What's up, Alikala? How you doing, boo? It's like taking Scar out of the Lion King, Thanos out of Endgame, Judas out of the, well, dang, not Judas out of the New Testament. Damn, really? Is it taking Judas out of the new? Is it like, really? Wow. We are comparing taking Judas out of the New Testament. Huh. Oh. Okay. So that's what had happened with that child. So Mary Cosby ain't show up, but I think I'm gonna come back live in about an hour, and then and we're gonna we're gonna go through what Sherelle's World interview with her uncle. I took some notes. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. I took some notes, so we may come back in about an hour. So those of you who watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, after we get off of here, give me about an hour, child, and we'll come back and we'll just discuss it. It ain't gonna be a long live, but we'll come down and discuss what had happened, because it was a lot, and I don't want to take up this whole live talking about it, but it was a lot. It was a lot. Child, they say that Kanye West done paid them photographers to take pictures of him and that actress to try to make Kim Kardashian jealous. Listen, y'all. Now that's allegedly. I don't know if it's true. But if it is true, y'all, please, somebody, it's getting scary. Like, serious. It's scary at this point. I feel like he's obsessed with Kim. First, you buy the house across the street, and y'all can try to make it sound nice if you want to and say, oh, he just trying to be close to his kids. No, he not. He's trying to be close to Kim. Okay. And now allegedly, thank you, YBS Mary. Allegedly, he done paid a photographer to post pictures of him and the girl to try to make Kim jealous. Now, let's be clear. It ain't the first time that people have used the paparazzi to, spin a narrative or put information out there. I mean, so that part I'm not shocked by, okay? They do it all the time. You think that these photographers just magically know where these stars are all the time? We know for a fact that Lindsay Lohan, Kim, the Kardashians, they call the paparazzi and tell them where they're going to be, okay? That's a trick they used to play to make people think that people cared about where they were, okay? We know that. All of that happened, okay? All of that happened. But the fact that this man is allegedly paying a photographer to take pictures of him, and I mean, she's not a random woman, she's an actress, but random woman to him, we ain't never seen them together, just to make Kim jealous. Y'all, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm not even being funny, y'all. I swear I'm not. I'm not being funny, and I don't want to say certain things because Lord knows I don't want to speak nothing into existence. But baby, here's where I'm nervous. That is sick. And guess he knew the black model he was playing with wouldn't do it, and then took her to see slave play as a first date. What type of insanity is that? I see why Kim left. She's too mature for him. He needs to seriously grow the hell up. I think Kanye is slightly unhinged. Slightly. I think at the very least he's not on his meds. I just think at the very least he's not on his meds. We know that he has documented mental illness. So I don't want to say, oh, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. But he's not on his meds, and it's dangerous. Exactly, Marilyn. That's what I'm saying. See, I don't want to say certain things because I don't want to speak certain things into existence. But this is not, like, if I were Kim, I would really be, and I know that she probably is like, well, I know him. I know what he will or won't do. No, you won't. You don't know what he will or won't do. What's up? Thank you, Face. Thank you. Right. The reality is you don't know what he would do because these are not the same situations that y'all were under before. So you don't know what he would do under the situation where when he finally accepts the fact or realizes the fact that you really truly aren't coming back. Because see, when people are obsessed, they think, well, all I have to do is wait her out. Or if I send her enough roses, or if I buy her enough gifts, or if I show her that I've changed and I show her that I want to do better, then she'll change her mind. No. And it's not to be played with, and you can't assume just because you know him or you think, no. Because you don't know this Kanye. You don't know the Kanye that you have rejected. You know the Kanye you might have had a fight with. You know the Kanye you might have lived away from for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. You don't know this Kanye. And I think it's dangerous, y'all. I'm serious. I'm not even being funny. I think it's dangerous. That's why Kim said F it and posted up with Pete in the Bahamas. And see, that's probably, and I'm not saying she can't live her life, but that's probably not a good idea either. Unhinged, he's all the way loose. It has been loose for a while. Fatal attraction, yeah. Kim isn't going to work. Donda's spirit is much stronger. I don't know, y'all. Donda, I don't know. So I don't know, y'all. I think that there needs to be. I'm serious. If I were Kim, I would get a protective order, and I would, I know she has security and all that good stuff, but she needs to be clear. She needs to draw some clear lines and some clear boundaries. And I know they have children together, but like, for example, at Christmas, she still hung his stocking and she posted that on social media. So I guess everybody would be like, oh, hey, look, oh, yay, look, they're still celebrating Christmas again. No, she needs to draw some clear boundaries. Like, you can't be in my house when I'm not here. This is my house. It's not your house. When the kids are with you, they are with you. When the kids are with me, they are with me. We are not, like, when he was having his album parties and she was showing up and she was supporting him. And remember when she came out on stage and stop. You got to stop. You cannot blend lines, because when somebody is on that level, then everything you do, they see as a sign that they can get you back. So every time you show up at one of his events and you call it being supportive, which it is, but what you can't do is show up to support him because he's going to see it something different. I feel bad for the kids. She married and had kids with a man with no mental issues. Well, listen, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to say that because there are a lot of people who have mental issues who are fine and they stay on their meds and they live a healthy life. Like, I don't think that we should X out people who have mental issues from having a normal life. Like, her marrying him knowing he had mental issues really ain't the problem. Him not staying on his meds is the problem. You know what I'm saying? My sister-in-law went to college with him and he attended their wedding. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. One of my former coworkers, she was friends with his mom. They were sorors and they knew each other from she's not from Chicago, but she's from it's near Chicago. It's escaping me now, but she's from not too far from Chicago, and so I forgot how they knew each other. I don't know if they went to college together or something, but they knew each other. Kim is playing games too, but the problem is Kim doesn't understand. Like I said, this is not the same Kanye. This is not the same Kanye. This is rejected Kanye, and he ain't the same. You know, she is playing games too. I agree. Yes, I'm watching Drag Race tonight, Vovo. Yes, sir. I got a lot of stuff to do, y'all. I got a lot of stuff to do. That's why I'm trying to get some stuff out to y'all. Read your previous message. My sister-in-law, I just read it. My sister-in-law went to college with him and he attended their wedding. I just read it. Was it another one? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Oh, the incident that happened here in Baltimore with the anesthesia nurse worked with my sister-in-law. I did see that on the news. YBS Mary. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you was talking about Kanye. Got it. Okay, I got it. Got it now. Okay, now with you. Yeah, I saw that on the news. I don't want to say too much because y'all know YouTube be playing, but essentially there was a situation here in the area where a guy committed a fatal attraction and filmed it. Yes, be used when rejection comes into play. Yeah, it's a different conversation when rejection comes to play. Emmett Till, what about Emmett Till movie? Jonathan, hold on, let me scroll back up. Okay, you just spoke to Abby. What you mean about the Emmett? Did we discuss this? I already told y'all I ain't talking about that. I thought we talked about that the other day, Jonathan. I didn't even watch it. It looked like it was good. People on my Facebook thread was loving it. I heard it was good. But I told y'all I wasn't watching that. Yeah, and that's no disrespect. None at all. But let me tell you something. I've been teaching for 20 years. 23 years, actually. I've been teaching my kids about Emmett Till since my first year in education, when I used to have to show a VHS tape and show them Eyes on the Prize and stuff like that. And then when that documentary that came out, it must have come out, maybe my 5th or 6th year teaching, the documentary on Emmett Till, where his mom, it was before by the time the documentary came out, his mom had passed. But she's in it. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I think it was like I can't remember the name of it now, but his mom was in it and she told a lot of her story and what she had to do and how she felt. And it was from her words. And when the documentary came out, myself and the other social studies teacher at the school where I was teaching at the time, we literally rented out a whole movie theater and took our students to go see it. So baby, and that's the documentary that I show. I show that to my students. It's on YouTube now. I show it to my students every year. I got it. I got it. But I heard that it was very powerful. You said you couldn't sleep last night. Yeah, I heard that a lot of people. As a history major, I studied Emmett Till in college, but I was never as angry as last night. See, that's why I don't need to see it. I can't. I'm focused on my mental health this year. Those type of movies. Yeah. And you have to know what you can and can't do. You have to know what you can and can't do. You know, and there's no disrespect, but again, everybody's story needs to be told. Everybody's story needs to be told. And again, I hope that that story got to some people that needed it needed to get to. What's the title of what? The Emmett Till documentary, or what came on last night? Because what came on last night, it's a series. It's called Women of the Movement. I feel like it's going to be an ongoing series because it's called Women of the Movement. And so I feel like they're going to highlight different women that were a part of the civil rights movement. And this was just the first chapter, or the first, you know what I'm saying? But it came on last night on ABC, so I believe it's probably streaming on Hulu. I think ABC shows stream on Hulu. So it's probably streaming on Hulu right now if you guys want to go see it. I think it's called The Mamie Till Story, but it's Women of the Movement. But y'all know, if y'all go on the Hulu, it's probably right there because it came on last night. And they had a documentary that had Michelle Obama was a part of it. I saw a comment. I saw some other people. So can we do a praise dance for the one time for the judge in the Ahmaud Arbery trial? Oh, yeah, for giving those men life. I think 2 of them got life without parole and 1 got life with the possibility of parole. I'm here for it. Yes, let's do it. One time. I need to get that gift that I can play like El Teddy has so we can do a little praise dance. Uh-huh. We as a culture need to really make men understand that rejection is a part of life. Being rejected should not lead to someone being killed. Well, I agree. But it digs deeper. That is a mental. That is a mentality that is taught. And that we need to stop teaching. But that goes back to how we coddle our boys. That goes back to how we coddle our boys, right? And so we have to. And I say we. I keep saying we as a society. Oh, all 3 of them got life without parole. Well, hallelujah for that. Like I said, I wish I did. I wish I had the praise dance. I would play it. I gotta get it. I gotta download that gift. Rejection will get you cussed out and cracked upside the head in some places. I got a question about that trial. Did one of the attorneys petition the court to not let Ahmaud's family make money off of movies, books about his story? Probably, but I can't say that to be a fact. I don't know. But probably. That sounds like some shit to do. I mean, let's be clear. These are the same people that tried to argue that because he had dirty fingernails, he must have been a criminal. I can't watch things like Mississippi Burning, Rosewood, A Time to Kill, or this new Emmett Till series. Things like this upset me, and it takes me close to 3 days for me to deactivate my hate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all need to listen. In this day and age, I said this before, and people can disagree with me all they want, and that's fine. Different strokes for different folks. I feel like certain things, they just not for me. Like, I get it. I don't need to keep watching the anguish of this mother over and over and over and over and over again for me to get it. I get it. I understand that the Emmett Till murder really was the catalyst that was almost a jump start for the civil rights movement. Like, a lot of people attribute the Emmett Till case to the jump start of the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks said that Emmett Till's story encouraged her to make the decisions that she made. So I get it. And Mamie Till has probably got to be one of the bravest women that I know for what she did and how she stood up and how she made sure that her son's death would not be in vain. She knew she was never going to get justice in the courts. She knew that. That was the exercise of futility. She was never under any illusion that anything was going to happen to those men, ever. But it was never about the conviction. It was about the exposure. It was about telling the story and not letting her son's death be in vain. So I get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I saw that George Floyd's daughter got shot. I saw that. Hey, what's up, Miss T? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't really do no research into it because I only want to ask some kind of questions about how that child got shot laying in her bed. But seeing Emmett's casket at that African American History and Culture Museum took months to get out of my head. Mm-hmm. Once you see something like Mississippi Burning, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, y'all. Now, there are a lot of movies. Y'all know I like history, so there are a lot of stuff that I do watch. And if I didn't know anything about what she did, if I didn't know anything about Emmett Till, I absolutely will watch it. Absolutely. And that's not even to say that I wouldn't have learned something. There may have been something that I didn't know. I get that. I accept that. But I know what my bandwidth is for certain things. As much as I love history, I know what my bandwidth is. Okay, Abby, go ahead, lie down, boo. Feel better, baby. I hope you ain't got the Omarion, do you? I'm not being funny either. I'm being serious. Okay, getting off this, but this movie is making me want reparations. You ain't want reparations before? I'm just saying. Movies like that make me angry and sad. I know. Miss T, you don't have to answer me out loud. You can shoot me an email. You still in the area? Okay, I'm glad to see that, Abby. Okay, good. Hey, Anithia, how you doing? Was it his? I think it was his niece. Patricia owns the IRS big money. Oh yeah, we about to get to him in a minute, child. Matter of fact, we about to get to him right now. Yeah. So Peter Thomas, let's go on a transition now, y'all. So Peter Thomas owes the IRS $450,000. That is a cool. You might as well round that up and just say $500,000, okay? Y'all might as well just say that's $500,000 that he owed the IRS, okay? That's what he owed them, okay? He owed the IRS $500,000, okay? It says that it goes all the way back. Okay, cool, Miss T. It says that it goes all the way back to when he had Uptown. And let's be clear, he owned Uptown going all the way back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta days. Remember, Uptown was the restaurant he owned when him and Cynthia was married. Oh, thank you, Virgin Love. Thank you so much. Uptown was the restaurant that he owned. Remember, that's the money he took from Cynthia and opened it up against Cynthia's wishes. Remember that? Remember when he opened up that restaurant against Cynthia's wishes? Yeah, that was Uptown. Okay. And Uptown closed 10 years ago, I feel like, but it closed a while ago. Uptown closed before him and Cynthia even got divorced. Because remember, he was opening up a new business before they even were divorced. So the fact that he owed the government $500,000, yet he's still been able to open up multiple businesses since then. Like, there's no red flag in the system. Nothing comes up to say, wait a minute, ho. Like, when he files his new taxes, like, I don't know how they do all of that. He owned Uptown in 2007 and 2009. Okay, so it's 2022, and he still owed him $500,000. How has he been able to open up these other businesses and pay taxes and stuff? Like, listen, if I owe Uncle Sam 50 cents for my 2019 taxes, when I file my 2020 taxes, you know they take their 50 cents, right? How he still just keep owing them and owing them and owing them? I mean, damn. So they said they sent him a letter back over the summer, which clearly he didn't give a damn about because he has made no. And that's the one thing I will say this about the IRS because I know this from personal experience. Just call them and make a payment arrangement. Listen, the IRS will make a payment arrangement, okay? And they will let you stretch it out. I think you can stretch it out for up to 3 years, I think. So basically you could take however many months over 3 years divided by that and you come up with how much you can afford to pay per month. Listen, I'm telling you I know because I did it, okay? I'm just trying, and I know that $450,000 over 3 years is still a lot of damn money. I get that. But what I'm saying is he's made no attempt. They sent him a letter. So you already had 10 years to pay the shit. Then they sent you a letter over the summer and you ignored the letter. Now they like, okay, bruh, you better call Wesley Snipes if you think it's a joke. Your ass will be in jail. You better go on and call these people and find out if they listen. Now the IRS might pick and choose who they decide to go after, but when they decide to go after you, baby, when they decide to go after you, they're like a dog with a bone. They don't let go. They do not let go. Girl, I owe them $40 and they can't. Okay, sending me all them letters and stuff. I said, I know y'all got better shit to do. You sending me a letter every couple of months about this little bit of money I owe you. Mind you, I was sending the money. It wasn't like I wasn't sending them no money. I said, if y'all don't leave me the hell alone. Right, and then they said he was writing bad checks. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing they get you on, baby. That interest that the IRS charge you, and the interest starts from day one. Let you owe them some taxes April the 15th. On April the 16th, they had started accruing interest. April the 16th, interest right here. I said, damn, ain't that some shit? Right, and then these people owe thousands. Johnson said, I don't understand that either. They take all the money I owe them, and if not, they garnish my check. The state of North Carolina garnished me for $120. And Peter Thomas walking around owing them $500,000 damn. Are you serious right now? They will nickel and dime you, honey. Maybe Peter's on a payment plan, and as long as he makes payments, he can get money. The government will work with you if you're honest, but don't ignore them or try to pay. But that's what I'm saying, Lauren. Maybe he was on some sort of payment plan, but they sent him a letter back in January. I mean, back over the summer. They sent him a letter. So if he was on a payment plan, he must stop paying them. I don't know. Child, we ain't gonna get into 45 and his tax situation. That's why we ain't never seen his taxes, because his tax situation is so screwed up. Hey, Jazzy Poetress One. Hey, I don't know if I've seen that name before. Welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new and you just dropping out the sky, girl, come on through. I owe the bank $645 and they sent me money, but I ain't paying. You know what? I'm not doing this with you, Xavier. Probably because they have different tax IDs. I wonder if his businesses are in his name. Maybe he's got other people, other investors, and it's in their name, and he's like the face of it. But I don't know. But you're right, a different tax ID. Candy and Todd owe taxes, but Candy and Todd owe like $23,000. Candy can write that shit in her sleep. I don't know why she ain't paying it. That ain't my business. That's between her and the IRS. But it ain't. We know Candy got $23,000. Like, I'm not saying that Candy got the money. It sounds like Candy is not paying. It sounds like, because it started when I read up on the story, it started with her not paying, or their restaurant group not paying some sort of fee, restaurant fee or something, and then they owe something like, the taxes they owed were like less than $20,000, and so they just added it all together. Thank you, S. Hayes. Do you think the payment plan got paused during Rona and now they coming to collect? That might have been it too, because I know. So just to give y'all I'm telling y'all my business, but I know I paid it off now. But when Rona started, I was on a payment plan, and it got suspended. I got a letter saying, I had to like call the number by a certain date so that my information would be in the system, and they paused it. Now I kept paying it because knock on wood, praise the Lord, I was still getting a paycheck. So I kept paying it. That's why I don't owe nothing. It's paid off now. I don't owe anything. But I mean, I paid it off. Yeah, last tax year I paid it off. But I don't owe anything. But they did pause it. So maybe that's what it is. But even that, y'all, this goes back to 2009, 2010. He owed that money before Rona. But like you said, maybe he was on a payment plan, child. That might be it, Tracy. Y'all really trying to work this out. But that might have been it. But still, if he still owe $500,000, where did it start? Okay, I ain't no mathematician. But if he been on a payment plan, let's just say he been on a payment plan for 5 years. We won't even go all the way back to 2009. Let's say he played around with the IRS for a couple of years. They got some interest, whatever. If he's been on a payment plan and he been paying it all this time and he still owe $500,000, what did he owe when it started? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this troll. Sorry, y'all. Because I don't think I have another mod in here. I know Ebby had to go lay down, and I don't think I have another mod in here. So I got the troll. Don't worry about it. They didn't pause yours. They did pause mine. They paused mine. But yeah, they paused mine. But like I said, thank God I done paid Justin. Thank God I got that monkey off my back. Because listen, let me tell you something. I have old people in the past, okay? I've been behind on bills. I'm just being honest with y'all. I done been behind on bills in the past. But that is one person. Let me tell you something. I worked my ass off to get that monkey off my back. I said, I do not want to owe the U.S. government. Baby. That's why I kept paying them. I said, no, ma'am. I kept paying them things. I said, no. And baby, when I made that last payment, I didn't want that monkey on my back. I've owed back taxes twice. I've owed the IRS 2 different times. And both times I was like, let me get this thing up off me as fast as I can. Maybe he was only paying $1.52 a month. Well, I know at least for me, what they did was I think you could do, like I said, I think you could, whatever you owe, you could stretch it out for, I think it was up to 3 years. It was either 3 years or 5 years. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was either 3 years or 5 years. Yeah, those Russian trolls are everywhere, child. It was either 3 years or 5 years. And what they did, well, at least what I did was, they were like, tell us what you can afford, but you just have to pay it off within this window. And so what I did was I just took the amount that I owed, I added up the amount of months. So like if it was 3 years, however many months in 3 years, and I divided that, I did it off of 2 paychecks. So I did the math, child. I did the math. Okay, I ain't about to sit here and go through the equation, but I figured out dividing it down to making 2 payments a month for however many months, the 3 years or whatever. And I told them this is what I could afford to pay y'all per month. And then that way, every payday, I just sent it. Like I send my regular bills, I put it in my auto pay in my bank. And when I log in on payday, because I log in on payday and I pay all my bills, they were just one of the bills I paid. And I just knew what amount I was sending every month. And when it got down to like, because it really wasn't that much to begin with, but when it got down to like under, I think it was like under $200 or something, I just paid it off. I just sent them the whole thing. Oh, Tracy, let me tell you something. The day I get my student loans down to $2,000, we having a party. I'm coming live and I'm gonna say this is the burn my student loan payment letter. I don't know. I'm gonna find something to burn. The day I get my student loans, if I get my student loans down to $10,000, bitch. This is a true story, y'all. And then we're going to talk about Antonio Brown, and then we're going to get out of here. This is a true story. When I started my YouTube channel, and this is a true story. I promise y'all this is a true story. When I started my YouTube channel, I said, I just want to be able to make enough money per month to pay my student loans. I said, if I can make enough money on my YouTube channel to pay my student loans so that I don't have to take that money out of my regular Budget. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's it. I was blessed that my hubby, and that was blessed that my hubby was still working full time, and his business is still getting grill orders during the first year of Rona. We paid my. Praise the Lord. Yes, honey. Yes. Praise the Lord. It's better to get a loan at a better interest rate and pay them off if you can. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get that monkey off my back because I want to go back for my PhD, but I am not going back to school until I pay these loans down. Like, at least to something reasonable. Like right now, I don't even want to tell y'all how much my student loans are, but it's too much. It's just too much. But if I get them down under a certain amount, then I'm gonna go back to school. But that's my goal right now. That's like my goal is to get them under a certain amount, child. I know that's right, Xavier. So we talked earlier this week about Antonio Brown, right? And we talked about how Antonio Brown stripped down, damn near naked, chucked up the deuces sign, and walked off the field in the middle of the football game. And we talked about CTE, and we talked about mental illness, and we talked about exactly, Yana. Listen, me and your mama gonna be in the same boat, child. And we talked about all of those things, right? So Antonio Brown finally he spoke, and he even published text messages and everything else. And what Antonio Brown said was that he was injured, and that he told them he was injured, and that the Tampa Bay Bucks wanted him to continue to play even though he was injured, and he told them that he was injured. Now, I was going to actually like print out the text messages and put them up here on the screen so y'all can see what he said. I was going to go through all of that, but that was yesterday and I ain't had time to do it, so we just going to talk about it today. But let me say this to y'all. At the end of the day, all of that can be true. And you know what else is still true? You handled it incorrectly. Everything else could be true. You could have refused to play without doing all of that. You could have went in at halftime and just said you wasn't coming back out because you were too injured. Do you not think that players don't take themselves out of the game all the time? These are grown-ass men. They take themselves out of the game all the damn time, especially the marquee players. People like, and I know that Antonio Brown is not LeBron James, but I'm just using him as an example. Hey, Royal King forever. People like marquee players, they tell the coach all the time when they're going to play. All the time. You could have handled that in a way that was not on that level. You didn't have to do all of that. You chose to make an ass out of yourself, is what you chose to do. You chose to make an ass out of yourself. He lying. He was upset that he wasn't getting enough targets and his incentives in his contract. That's what I heard too, Brandon. That is what I heard too, Brandon. And that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's what I was getting ready to say, baby. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers responded and said, that's not what it was. That's not what it was. He didn't like his assignments, and there was a $1 million incentive that he was trying to get to. That's what it was. All I'm saying is, I don't give a damn what the reason was. The way he handled it wasn't appropriate. The night before, he had a fan-only model in his room. Yeah, I heard all this. All this stuff is coming out now, child. Well, my thing is, if you were so injured that you couldn't play, you ran your happy ass off that field. You wasn't injured when you was leaving that field. You was hopping your happy ass right on over that field. You was waving to the crowd and all that shit. If your ankle was so hurt that you couldn't go out there and play, you didn't have no problem running your happy ass off that field. I mean, let's just go on now. Let's just call a spade a spade. But I do think that it's deeper than that. I do think there may be some mental illness there, honestly. I do. You know, they did release him today. Well, that was just a formality, child, because Bruce Arians said on Sunday he is no longer a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. So I think that was just a formality. I think that was, you know how you get fired, but you get the letter in the mail later? Yeah, I think that's what that was. You know how you get fired and they say, okay, but this your last day. We're going to mail you, and you get the letter from HR. Yeah, that's what that was. That's what that was. He got the letter from HR, child. He knew he was fired already. He just had to get the letter in the mail. That's it. Didn't he get cut from the Giants because of the whole situation with his girlfriend? I don't think it was the Giants. Let me say this. I don't know that. I don't remember him playing for the Giants, but he may have, child, but I don't remember him playing for the Giants. Well, that's the one thing, Xavier. That's the one thing about the NFL. The NFL, their money not guaranteed. So no, he ain't collect shit because the money. That's why he wanted that bonus, because the money in the NFL. The only thing in the NFL that's guaranteed is your signing bonus, and even then, remember with Michael Vick, the Atlanta Falcons sued him to get his signing bonus back. I said, damn, how you gonna get the man's signing bonus back? I thought that was the only thing that was guaranteed was the signing bonus. I don't watch football, but he sure didn't look hurt to me. He ain't look hurt to me. Not that kind of hurt that you couldn't play. I mean, we know, and again, I'm not saying that people should, but we know athletes play with all kinds of injuries. If your ass could run your happy ass off that field, you could have played, especially for as much as they was playing him. This is his fourth team for a reason. Facts. Because again, whenever you see somebody who's as talented as he is, but can't stay employed, there's reasons. You get your pension, but there's certain you have to play a certain amount of years, and I forgot how many years it is for you to get a pension. I think it's 5, which I think he's eligible. I guess he's played for 5 years. Yeah, well, when he was with the Steelers, like again, I think there's some mental illness there. I do. I think it's deeper than just. I think it's deeper. I do. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think it's a little bit deeper, child. Right, he's the common denominator. It seems like it. Child. Well, we can ready to get off of here. It's been an hour. I'm gonna let's see, it's 8:30. I'm gonna come back later on to talk about Mary Cosby. It'll be a late live. Y'all said y'all like the late live, so we'll do a late live to talk about what happened with Mary Cosby's uncle, I believe it was. Yeah, his whole family is talented. With all the stuff that came out about Mary Cosby, okay? So we'll be back. If you watch Real Housewives in Salt Lake City, meet me back here. It is 8:30. Let's do it at 10. Let's do it at 10 o'clock. Meet me back here at 10 o'clock, and we'll talk about Mary Cosby and all the stuff that came out in the interview that I watched, okay? As for everybody else, I will see y'all on the other side. My brother-in-law is a former NFL player. He made it to the NFL in 2009 and left in 2012. He's still struggling to get a check from them. Ooh. I'm telling y'all, the NFL, listen. NFL. All right, I'll meet y'all back here at 10. All right? Talk to y'all later. Peace.